Not included. I am Brennan Taylor, your GM for this session.
That's right.
And I'm
It's good to be
joined, as
back in the
always,
saddle.
by Frank, Rebel, and Alex.
Yep.
What's up?
What's up?
So recap everything that's ever happened, because it's been 2 weeks and I don't remember anything. Where are we and what's going on?
So you were infiltrating the headquarters of the Meat Junkies, biomodding gang, or what you think is the headquarters. You're trying to verify that.
Love it.
I'm excited to find out.
Modded ourselves up.
Yes, we did. What were our different?
I think we did like a very fake version of it. I think Jackie.
Well, yes.
Did Jackie? What did you do? One of you painted something on? Was it Mangoose did that?
Yeah,
right. Somebody art like stenciled cyberpunk on their face.
Cyber mods. Jackie, I believe, was changing their skin to look like lizard skin or something.
Oh,
doing animal mods. I don't remember what your character was doing, Frank.
Yeah, I think I was just like I may be a modder. I take mushrooms to change my biology. So like I'm like, yeah, this is
right. That's the angle you took, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I think that's it. And I do remember we were talking about Batman Beyond and the animal things.
That's where because I believe that's where this started. Yeah, perfect. I'm my character can I think I rolled to be able to use a manipulation of my skin for a longer period of time to change it to make it look like I have like leopard spots or something like that. So let's go with that. Nice. I have leopard spots.
All right.
And then I used my disguise kit to do the cyber mods.
Yeah.
That's the painted on part.
Yeah. That brought up all the Cyberpunk 2027 memes. You could join in on our Discord.
The Discord is fun. I love our Discord.
Yeah, it's great. All right, yeah, I'm all caught up. I know, but remind me in Runners in the Shadows, what phase of doing things are we in now? Is this the actual this is the mission?
You're in the actual mission at this point.
All right, cool.
And I don't recall whether we rolled for your initial situation in
Beats
this.
Me.
Yeah, I'm fine with
just
rolling
do that
again.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like a plan.
So for dice rolling in this, I know we had a special room in, I think, Dice with Friends, but I don't have the link with me. If you could put that in the private chat.
I will. Did.
Oh, you did? You put it in the Discord?
For your party.
Yeah, in the Discord.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't put it in private chat here. I just put it in the Discord. Sorry.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. So the initial roll here is to determine how hard a time you're going to have as you go in. And so we need to answer a couple of questions first.
Let's do it.
And I got to pull that up because I am not prepared as usual.
Mm-hmm. This is just a part of marketing the game where we're like, even if you're as unprepared as Brennan, you can run this game.
Right? Yeah.
All right. The engagement roll.
You have to get down on one knee.
So you get one die for luck. And then, is this operation particularly bold or daring? I think you are trying to infiltrate the headquarters of a gang. That seems bold and daring to me.
Yep.
Is it overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Not really.
I don't think so.
We're either. I think we did do the roll because I remember these questions, but I'm okay with doing it again.
I am too,
I would
because I
say
don't remember
no.
what the result was.
Yeah.
I don't think this was, because it was like we're either convincing or not.
Yeah. As the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? No.
Base of operations, man. No.
Yeah. Is the target strongest against this approach? Yes.
Okay.
Because they have particular defenses. Yeah, I would say yes. You're trying to hit them where they're strongest, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to take a die away. So you have 1 die right now. Did any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
I don't believe we used any contacts for this.
I don't think so. I can't remember though, but I don't think so. Nothing.
Yeah, we went through. Oh no, we did use my contact because we talked about looking at city plans, and my contact is a records clerk.
That's right. So it gives you an extra die. Mm-hmm. So you got 2 again. Any enemies or rivals interfering with this operation? Not at the moment.
Cool.
So you'll never know who will parkour their way into what situation, though.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. You don't. You could be a meat junkie parkourist.
Ooh.
Doing body mods so that he can.
He's got extra limbs to help fly. Yeah, kangaroo limbs. I love that.
Spider hands for climbing.
Yes.
The real trick is, can you avoid a French accent? And I know this is a deep cut for comic book people only, but when I think parkourists and leapers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's only the only game in town.
Well, we've already lost on that front because my character has a French accent.
Yeah, we can't have 2 French accents. It's too confusing.
You can't have 2 French accents. Yeah, it's too confusing.
It's not possible.
So who's going to roll the 2 dice that we need to roll here?
I volunteer one on YouTube because I'm doing it mobilely and I'm not sure how good that'll be.
Rebel, why don't you do this one?
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah, the extra die was from you.
Let's do the 3 and a 5.
Nice.
So we go with 5, right?
I believe so.
Cool.
I pick the one where we win.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like that one. Good.
Okay. So that's a mixed result. So you're risking a lot when action starts. That means it's a risky situation.
Okay.
Because you're trying to infiltrate, and if they catch you, it could be pretty bad for you. It's not desperate yet because they aren't onto you. So I think we should go with your disguise roll.
My disguise roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I swear we did this last time, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, this is going to be to see if your disguise passes muster here.
Okay. That's fine.
So
that's
going
that would
to be
influence?
That is influence, yes. This is you talking your way in, essentially.
Okay. Just got to clear the dice so we don't get confused. And that's a 6.
Woo!
Ooh, nice. So that's a complete success. When you arrive, you get taken in as new recruits. The place seems to be like a whole bunch of little corridors and switchbacks and tunnels and things inside this apartment complex. There used to be maybe a courtyard in here that they've built all over. And you get led into a room where a few of these gang members are hanging around. and as soon as you come in, they come up and they say, they say new recruits.
That's right.
What brings you here? What makes you think you're meat junkie material
Oh,
and not just meat?
which one of us is going to be front on this?
Well, I've got a pretty good
Face.
willpower stats, so I can take it on.
Okay.
Sure.
And Mongoose, using her linguistic skills, says, well, darling, I think if we're talking about who's meat and who's a meat junkie, I'd say that I may be pretty qualified considering my own experience and my friend's experience here. But we ain't showing you what we got till you show us yours.
I like that this feels like a reference or a callback to do Bulldogs when we had our guests.
Yeah. You're channeling Morgan.
Yes.
He says, look, you came here asking to join, so let's see what you got.
So, to clarify, what do they want to know about us? Like, what makes the Meat Junkie gang special?
Well, you want to ask him that?
No, I feel like we've done some research, right? We would know what we're getting into.
Yeah, so they want people who are interested in modding like them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we we fill in the gaps, and when we roll and fail, we can be like, remember in the library we learned? And,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so Mongoose will show off the shaved side of her head with all the fake cyber mod spirit glued on.
Okay.
Right? And then gesture to Jackie's lizard skin and leopard skin, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And Polly
I have spores in the very fine hairs that are like on my mutton chops and what have you. They're like little mushroom spores growing there.
Yeah.
Okay. They come over to you, Polly, and take a close look.
Mm-hmm.
They say, the lead guy says, I don't think I've seen that before. What do you got going there?
Well, I mean, technically not just meat, but I find that these little guys help me digest my food and make it so I don't need to bathe as nearly as often as other people, and I still smell good. Sniff.
Take a sniff. What do you smell like? Mushrooms?
I smell like mushrooms. I smell like chicken masala.
Decay and compost.
Earthy. Yeah.
Earthy.
Yeah. Real earthy.
They seem impressed enough by this that they say, all right, so you seem like our kind of people, but we need to make sure that everybody here knows how to take care of themselves in a scrap.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, follow me.
I'm excited.
Dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I put some stuff in these stats. Plus, I got moves. Let's see what we can
I'm
do.
definitely the weakest link here. I'm still, remember, the no body person.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, the only body I got is Prowl, and I don't think they think sneaking around's all that impressive.
Oh, I don't know. It could be. It could be. It certainly means you can know how to treat yourself in the scrap. We'll see how it
You can ambush
Mhm.
with close violence is one of the things you can do with Prowl.
Nice.
Okay, awesome. That does seem very mongoose.
Yeah. Yeah, fight is obviously your kind of go-to on this, but they bring you into a room that is larger and more open. It's 2 stories high.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few guys here. They pick up some heavy equipment, a chain. One of them's cracking his knuckles,
Mhm.
and they come for you.
Oh, right away. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Is this a group action? Or
Could be
I feel like we work better as a group.
in a fight.
Just because I can hide behind Jackie and sneak attack.
All right. I would.
I think Jackie would
Do
be.
we? Okay, so here's a question. In what order do we do these things? Because there's some stuff I'd like to do, but I don't know if there's any sort of initiative or I have to roll first before I can do some of the fun things that I have in my loadout here.
So what are you looking for in your loadout?
Oh, okay. Well, so with loadout, right? With our, I have light, so I can give myself. I could fill in these little circles, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I can get rid of the burglary gear because that was from last mission, right?
Yeah.
What I'd like to do is Jackie steps in front of both of them, and you see their hand like starts to like they put their hands together and they start to vibrate, and you see like flesh kind of moving and pulling. And one of the odd things I just get here, it seems like, is I could have a fine astral weapon. So I would like to just using flesh and skin create a like rapier style or like a narwhal tusk, if you will, to be able to use as a finesse weapon.
You could use a finesse weapon. You can pick one off your list.
Well, no, when I'm asking a finesse weapon, if I looked at the list, the thing they said like you can it's for being able to use things like swords or short weapons, that kind of things, right? Unless I read that wrong. So my thought was I can create using my loadout, put 2 circles in fine astral weapon, and make my weapon be a rapier or of some sort, so that when I do my rolls for attack, I can use the
Right.
finesse roll.
An astral weapon is useful for attacking things that are astral.
Oh,
spirit and all.
okay. Never mind. I
But
take
you
it
do
back.
have a medieval weapon or
Yeah.
a quiet weapon.
Sure,
Sure.
a
then-
large weapon even. You could have a giant narwhal tusk.
Yeah,
You just
you could.
goes right up- yeah.
Sure. So let's do that then. I must have
Unusual weapon might be a
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'll use unusual weapon. I'm gonna create using my just general weird bodiness to create a narwhal-esque tusk to break off and use as a weapon. I'm totally misunderstood how finesse works. I thought I read it wrong when earlier. I don't know what I was thinking of doing then. Anyway, we'll go with it. Just ride with it.
This is like footwork, feints, sleight of hand type stuff.
For some reason, I thought that it also dealt with certain types of weapons would be finesse weapons as opposed to body. Like there was something in there about like if you don't use body for shoot, you use finesse for shoot.
Usually, yes.
So that's what I'm saying. If I'm using a weapon like a gun or a sword or something like that, I wouldn't be using my fight, which is your brawl, right? I would be using a finesse, which I believe would be like those sort of weapons, unless I misread that section.
Nope. Hang on a second. I'm going to shut the door because the rain is getting really loud here.
Ooh.
Okay. Atmospheric.
ambiance.
I'm going to ask Alex to center himself in the frame, or else later on you're going to look at this and be like, "Why
am I not?" Yeah, sorry. I'm
right.
I'm like leaning back trying to read this thing, and it's sliding up my chest.
Yeah, no, I get it. Do we want to try like discussing our plan of attack beforehand? I know that's kind of the question Alex had. Or do we want to just each take a role? I think it's a little D&D for us each to take an action. Maybe we could talk about our plan. I think it's what I think that's what we're all saying. You want to do like a plan?
What I wanted to do was, I assumed we were going into combat, and then I guess we could go make a plan for how we're going to do that. I was just trying to remember. I want to make sure this is actually a section where I have a lot of stats filled out and like the dots in there, and I want to make sure I'm using them properly and correctly.
Makes sense. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I want to do something with conjuring where I make a spell where I can take hits, and the vision in my head, if it works, is that like my flesh will just slough off as I get hit.
Oh,
as if it's just like
Gross.
just the outer layer of mushroom flesh. It doesn't mean anything. So maybe I'm just walking directly at the chain guy, and he's wasting blows on me while the other two go and do whatever they're going to end up doing. Of course, that's dependent on being successful, but that's kind of what I'm aiming to do. What about you, Mongoose?
So I would imagine that my main idea would be to have them sort of forget I'm there, either by like hiding behind y'all or y'all making bigger attacks than I am, and then sneaking up behind them and one of them and, I don't know, braining them or something.
That's a great 3-stage plan. You got a finesse attack, you've got a sneak attack, and you've got this walking monstrosity that is probably distracting people. I'm okay with that. Want to see if we can do it?
Let's try it out.
So for a group action, you each are going to be making a roll, and failure is going to harm the leader of the action, which I assume is going to be Jackie in this case.
Yeah, considering our plan of attack kind of hinges on Jackie for the most part, I would say so.
Jackie has the most actual attack in all of this. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. We will do our best.
Yeah. All right. So I'm basically doing the roll, and then we narrate what happens based on how that roll goes. Is that how this is working?
No, everybody's making a roll.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be rolling 2 dice and keeping the sorry, it's distracting. Sorry, rolling 2 dice and keeping the lowest.
2 dice coming up.
Not you.
We should have cool
Not me.
avatars for ourselves.
Not me. Right.
Frank is rolling 2 dice and keeping the lowest.
Yeah, I'm also rolling 2 dice. And I am red die color.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'll share the screen so everyone can see it, or everyone at home.
So a pair of 3s. That's not great.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, they're the same, so neither one's lower than the other.
Yeah. Easy decision to make. All right. Who else is going?
Okay,
sorry, I
so
didn't share.
Rebel, what are you using for this?
Wouldn't this be prowl since I'm doing a sneak attack?
Yeah, you're trying to do a sneak attack? Yes. So you could
I
roll
have-
your 1 prowl die.
And I got a 1.
Oh, that is the worst.
All right, so
Oh,
things are
man.
not going so great for you right now in this brawl. Jackie, Alex, you could probably try to bring this back.
I'm gonna try. All right. So I have
Can we
2
just-
in.
Here's my question for you. Do you want to push yourself or do a Dragon's Deal?
Oh, didn't we say we were always taking the Dragon's Deal? Isn't that how this? Isn't that more the most interesting way? Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to say the dragon's deal that you're going to have to take is
Wait,
that
while
you
Brendan
will
is
see.
thinking about the Dragons deal, I just one of those what it could be right now is Polly walks forward like, all right, I could just take hits. Oh God, these really hurt. And Mongoose is like, I am the sneakiest of sneaks, but like his cartoony tiptoeing. It is the worst display of anybody. I love
really
this,
awful.
but hopefully the Dragons deal makes this better. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, you can succeed. You can get an extra die for the
Mhm.
dragon's deal, but you are going to inflict more harm than you intend.
Ooh.
That's fine by me. All right. So how many am I getting to roll? So my finesse right now is already 2 dots.
Yeah. So you get 3 dice.
Awesome. 3 dice. Here we go. A 6 and 2 ones.
Well, that's okay.
Wow.
The 6 is the only one that counts.
Perfect.
So, however, you are taking 2 stress from
Okay.
the folks that
Oh, suspense.
Yeah.
Internet connectivity errors issues.
Ooh. Where do I put my stress? I see edge and trauma.
It's edge.
Edge. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
So we did succeed, right?
You did succeed.
Yes.
But I'm going to say, so you, Frank, Polly is taking some hits, and
Yeah.
it's painful. The skin and flesh is sloughing off, but it's not actually doing any damage to you.
Yeah. Basically, if Jackie didn't go hard, maybe too hard, it would have been like, oh no, this is
Yes.
falling apart. It didn't work. Yeah. All right. So
And
it's beginning
Mongoose,
to
you were
hurt.
circling around trying to get to where you could get at somebody, and then that person turned towards you, and that's when Jackie comes at him.
So I made a great distraction, is what you're saying.
Yes.
We both have plausible deniability. It looks like we did our job, but only because Jackie went in and took it way too seriously.
Right. It's perfect.
So, Jackie, what are you doing? What moves were you doing here?
Oh, I think that I made my finesse weapon there. I did my attacks, and I attempting to disarm basically as many people with as possible. But since we went too hard, I think I absolutely like disarmed 1 or 2 people, like removed a limb in the process. Hopefully they'll be able to deal with it tech wise and fix themselves up at some point. But I think they just wreck as many people as possible just to make a show of force.
All right. Yeah, the guys who brought you in here are like, after you've basically ripped somebody's arm off, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that's good. That's enough. And
So
you can
mission
tell that
accomplished.
they're looking at you not suspiciously, but this is an initiation, and you're basically taking pieces out of the gang.
Mhm.
They're not as impressed as they could have been.
I love that a gang called the Meat Junkies think we're too much.
Yeah, right. Like I was
You
about to
guys
say.
gone too far.
I thought that you're the meat junkies. You are the terrors of the flesh. Like I don't. Why? How is this not appropriate?
He says, well, it's not that it's not appropriate. It's just that we're you don't need to go all the way. This is just an initiation. This isn't a gang fight. I mean, if we're going up against a rival, I want you to rip their arms off.
Sorry about my friend here. They're just a little too enthusiastic, if you know what I mean.
All right. Well, you are you all qualify, so we're going to bring you in as initiates.
Perfect.
Right.
And they come and they bring you back, and they give you basically, into another room that's more like a lounge. They bring you some of their gang colors to wear.
Nice. What are their gang colors?
Oh,
What is
perfect.
their what is the regalia for the Meat Junkies look like?
One of them's gotta be red, you know.
Well, yeah.
One of them is dressed in the '90s Slim Jim character suit from when it was just the giant like piece of meat with yellow and red on it, and it would yell
Oh,
"Snap
yeah.
into a Slim Jim."
I
think
thought
one
you
of them
meant
is
Macho Man Randy Savage.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
we could also go with they
One of-
dress like Macho Man Randy Savage, which I also love.
It kind of, for a second there, it didn't sound like you said snap into a Slim Jim. It sounded like you said stab into a Slim Jim, which I
That's
want to
their
say
motto.
is the
It
Meat
is.
Junkie motto.
Yes.
That is it.
Stab into a Slim Jim.
Stab into
Well,
a
a Slim Jim is what they call non-modders because they be like the Meat
Slim Jims.
Junkies.
Perfection.
Love it.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
All right, so you've got the gang colors. You've got they tell you you're initiates now, so you're gonna be doing some work for us.
Sure. What you got?
Well, we start you off small, hanging out, watching out for various street corners, doing courier work.
Yeah.
Once you proved yourself, you could move up. Maybe
You
even meet
got
the
it.
boss.
The boss. Okay. Sounds exciting.
Hey, do you have a damp patch I could set up shop in? Just like a wet area?
If you got a wet area, I would prefer not to go there.
Yeah, give it to me. Give me your wet area.
Yeah,
I
the tech and water,
I mean, I'm all for your wet area. If you have one,
this
just provide it to me so
Jeez.
that I can set up shop.
Should we really alienate our listeners and say the word moist?
yeah, right.
Oh, this video has been flagged on Twitch, YouTube. Oh man, takedown requests left and right.
All right. Yes, there is a particular room that they will let you have that is
Cool.
basically unusable because it is too leaky.
That's what
So-
I'm looking for. Okay, so ostensibly I'm going to try to grow some mushrooms there, but also I'd like to talk to Mongoose and Jackie in what would be maybe somewhat private, because they're probably not going to go into the urine corner.
Mm.
So what's the long-term plan, and also what is our aliases? Because I keep wanting to call you by your names.
I'm
Oh,
sure
we
you
need
would
to have
plan
okay. Can we
for an
can we have we have
alias, so-
yeah we're gonna have to
I'm
come
sure
up
we
with
planned our aliases.
I love that I asked.
yeah
And then you both responded with, "I'm sure we planned this."
yeah.
But what was it?
No,
I
Do we-
forgot.
do we want to go with some sort of meat based things like one's the quarter pounder, one's the
Definitely.
Whopper?
Yeah, I'm the impossible Polly.
Impossible Polly.
you
Oh.
probably shouldn't use your code name in the fake name that you're giving to our enemy?
Impollible.
The Impollible burger. Oh, do you want what do you want? What for yours?
Jagged Metallos.
Jagged Metallos. Nice. If we're going with the restaurant things, I think my favorite is the fish sandwich from Friendly's, which is called a fishamajig. So we'll go with fishamajig is the
Wow.
the name
That's
I'm writing
suspicious
with.
as hell.
Mhm.
That is suspicious as hell.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Especially since I pulled out a narwhal tusk. Now, granted, I know it's a mammal, but still, I think it really
it's
goes
close
in
enough. Aquatic mammal.
And like you're a leopard, you've
Mhm.
got a. It's all mammals. Why would you go with a fish-based thing? You know?
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's just to mess with your head. It's really get in there.
Yeah.
Fishamajig.
Everybody's thinking about fishermajig because they're this person's deal. Why are they called fishermajig?
Yep.
Yeah. So what is we got in pretty easy. What is our plan now? I'm actually going to try to grow mushrooms. I'm looking to grow a variety of mushrooms that'll give people who ingest it like a momentary buzz, maybe get them like pain intolerance for a moment. Not super useful because you're still getting hurt, but at the same time, maybe they would find it very useful. So I'm going to begin that process. What's our next plan? Like, what are we going to do to do the job?
We obviously have to earn their trust so that they will let us see the headquarters. Right now, we just do normal initiate things, career jobs, guarding, so that we can get a good look and verify.
All right, and we're just sure this place isn't headquarters, right? This is not the urine room or the moist room I'm talking about. Like,
Doubt that they would let simple initiates straight into their headquarters with no vetting.
yeah. All right. Polly is gonna do their best to actually, because I think they're of the same mind in some respects to the modders. This is a way of improving yourself. You have to become part of the mushroom, which isn't necessarily the same ultimate end goal, but yeah, that. So I'll just keep cultivating.
All right. So this will be basically a little montage of you doing menial tasks for the Meat Junkies.
Correct.
I like that. I want part of my montage to be like all the organs that they don't need anymore when they're modding. It gets put into the pile, and I'm growing more things on the organs.
Why?
We're circle of life.
Yep, I love it.
The compost heap.
Gross.
Yeah.
So gross. All right.
All right. So yeah, you spend a while doing some of this stuff.
I know I have an idea of one thing that I would like. I know that's what Polly's doing. I know it. I have an idea for what Jackie's doing during this time since we're montaging. I think Jackie is going out and help because they have such control and can show off so many different things. They're acting as a judge for others to help them. And since we're doing a montage, it's a lot of people like going into a dressing room and coming out with a certain mod, and then Jackie with her arms crossed going no, and then they send them back in, and they go back out, and they're like, "Are you kidding me?" And then they go back and they come out like, "Yeah, thumbs up."
You really just want a fashion montage
just
in every series. Yeah.
I don't think I managed to get fashion into Fuck It's Dracula, but I have managed to get into everything else so far. So
yeah, I think Mongoose maybe helps with like some file organization, not anything important, but invoices for people that they extort and things like that.
Invoices.
Yeah, on the computer.
Invoices. gang
Well,
invoices.
Yeah.
You have to keep track of who's paid up this month, Somebody's got to keep track of that.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
They're filing away all the paperwork from all the people who've been served for different things, and just so good.
Yeah.
I love that the Meat Junkies have elaborate paperwork boxes and boxes of paper.
So
All
good.
right. So the next thing we're going to do is you guys are going to have to be a little bit more bold, and you're going to have to figure out how you're going to get the information of where their headquarters is from them.
I have a thought. I'm throwing it out there. Could we do something where I try and make myself look like somebody who we know is higher up to see if I can't get info?
I like that.
That's a good call.
Someone we've seen over during the montage. We know
Mhm.
that they're at least slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever's been giving us orders, or if we see somebody who's given, I'd like it to be that we've seen, like, if there's one person who's giving us orders, we saw who gave them orders, so I can try and look like the other person to get it out of our handler.
Mhm.
I just got to think of somebody who they might break under, or who they might listen to. They're not going to care if it's any of them, and I don't know, even if I'm that person, who else is up there,
Yeah. I think this is if you succeed, you did it.
Perfect.
You know it. Yeah.
I show up as the right guy. Don't
Yeah.
show up looking someone else. All right, so what should I roll for this, Brennan?
This will be an influence because you're using disguise.
Influence. I have 1 influence. So roll 1d6.
Yeah, that's correct. Remember, you can
That's
always
X.
get bonus dice. You got a 6?
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
You guys suck.
Yeah.
You make things too easy for yourselves.
I'm
We're
sorry.
never going to go anywhere, but
I know.
At least we're succeeding.
Yep.
Just middle of the road.
Middle of the road. Yeah, you don't get a lot of complications, basically, because you keep getting these 6s.
Yeah.
This just becomes a weird narrative exercise where
Yeah.
Brennan walks us through some bad things that could happen, but don't.
Mhm.
I'm going to give you an XP check on this, though, because this was definitely a desperate action.
I don't know what that means.
Well, yeah, the harder
So
it
on
is,
your-
the more likely you are to get experience points from it.
Oh, I see. I
On
didn't know.
your,
It,
If you had screwed up, you'd be in deep.
yep.
yeah.
Sure.
Well-
So I can put this experience somewhere, or should I wait till?
power track, you put an X in there.
Brendan, you're cutting out.
Yeah, I didn't hear which track.
I would assume it's the track that you just used. And
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So I
he's
can put
right.
an X in influence.
Yeah, I think that's it. Or willpower.
Yeah,
It was
I think-
Willpower.
in general.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Got it. That makes
back.
total sense. Awesome.
Yeah.
Willpower.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yay. Take a little experience.
And your screen's frozen now, Brennan.
So we could just declare our own successes and failures.
Oh yeah. I
So we
look.
win
I randomly
Forever
happen to look.
always.
Yeah. It. My body
we joke,
freaked.
but that is how this game works.
That's-
we kind of do.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So that.
So
So you
the-
found the right person.
Yeah. So yeah, and you checked your willpower. So, yeah. So you find the right person to impersonate. You can get the info on where the headquarters are, but you also find out that there are a group of people in Meat Junkies who are coming gunning for your team because of the arm ripping incident.
Okay. So I get this information. I go back and I relay it to them. So good news. I have the relocation of the base. We're just one step away from our next step. Bad news. We have a whole bunch of people who are angry because we all cut off a whole bunch of limbs earlier.
They're still mad about that. I'm currently watering a bunch of limbs.
It's I don't know.
Ugh.
People, they got a little angry. So we have to go. I think this is our opportunity to leave.
Wait, is it though? Do we know where the? Are you sure you know where the headquarter is? We
I-
don't have to confirm that.
I rolled a 6. No, I got the info. Don't worry. I know where we're going.
Okay, I guess that's it.
So are you headed to the headquarters to check it out, or are you just going to take that as given?
That's what I'm asking. Are we convinced about this?
That we should at least scope it out.
Okay.
Make sure. Let us just see if there are meat junkies, especially higher up meat junkies, going in and out.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's do that. Let's head further into territory of people who are trying to hurt us.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Mhm.
can possibly go wrong?
Yep.
All right. So, you head to the location that you have been given to understand is the headquarters.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is in a rundown sort of block of buildings. The middle of the block, there's a door. There are a couple of meat junkies sort of hanging around outside, but that's not unusual to see in their territory.
So let's talk about this. What do you other players think we need for us to feel confident that this is the right thing? And it doesn't matter. Like, we're going to roll to see if we succeed, and hopefully we will screw up so that we could have some, opportunities to face things. But like, what realistically do we want to interface with, like, their systems to confirm? But there's like a port in the wall we need to get to. Is it just prowling to get close enough to see some faces? I don't know. I'd rather not talk to anybody if we could avoid it. Like, maybe
I
Sure.
agree with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does everyone else have in those sort of stats that might help? Like, I believe that Mongoose can prowl.
I have 2 in survey, which is basically we stay put and maybe just keep looking, and then
That would be like a stakeout. Yeah.
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 So we could do that. Mongoose.
I got nothing in survey. I got 1 in prowl and I got 2 in interface.
Yeah. So I guess what we're asking is what is more fun. I don't mind doing a stakeout. I don't mind like being cover while you try to interface in something nearby, like on their Wi-Fi, checking out their Wi-Fi or something.
I like survey best. I think a stakeout makes the most sense. We're playing the long con on this one, so.
And if
I
we
think
succeed, yeah.
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
If we succeed, we literally go home. We don't even go back to the Meat Junkies base, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
let's do it.
The last
Survey.
step. Mhm.
So the 3 of us are going to do a little stakeout. I will roll survey.
All right. This is risky because if you get spotted, people are going to think that something is fishy about you 3.
Okay,
Mhm.
fair. I just rolled, but I didn't look at it because I'm trying to share my screen. So what I rolled was oh God, 3.
A 3.
So,
All right. So I would like to do a flashback. I don't know the mechanic on that, but I would like to have prepared for something.
Well,
Can we do
let's
that?
find out what happens first, and then you can.
Oh, is that
decide
how
what-
it works? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
The consequence, which there's going to be because you failed.
Yeah.
You can talk about how you had planned for this consequence.
so here's my idea. I think we try and pin it on another gang, right?
I'm missing something. Maybe did we already know what the consequence is?
You don't.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So what I'm going to say is the consequences, though, that you're going to get made.
Mhm.
You're hiding on the rooftop nearby, doing surveillance, when a group of meat junkies appear around you all armed, saying, we thought you were up to something after your first initiation.
All right. All right. So now we got to figure out how we want to have prepared for this. What I thought
You
about
could have
doing
prepared
was
an escape route. You could have prepared a way to pin it on another gang, like Mongoose was saying. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so here's why I think we should pin it on another gang and not just ditch. Because I feel like if we just fail, if we just planned an escape route, then they're going to be on high alert, right? Waiting for anything and everything. But if we point them in a direction, they're going to go and seek retribution. Does
I
that
like
make
that.
sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I got to look at the gang list real quick.
Well, how are we going to do that? How are we going to what's that involve? Is that like a consort?
No, isn't consort more like making contact with people you know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So what is it?
I mean,
what is it?
we could influence, right? If we're trying to
Because it's a
convince
lie.
them.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So as long as somebody feels like they can back that up with something, then yeah, let's do
Sure. I mean, I don't know what everyone else does. I have 1 in influence.
it. 0.
2.
Okay.
Oh, you go for it.
Yeah.
So, how are you going to try and pin it on somebody?
So what I want to do is I want to have some like some stolen tech or something that like is significant and is something that other gangs generally use, like a specific gang. Like
Can I make a suggestion based on your same idea?
Sure, yeah.
Because you're great at counterfeiting, as evident with your tattoos. Just some like incriminating documents, like like orders from us about the gang. So it's not even something that has to be solid. It's just we left paperwork behind that said we are whoever.
Right. Like let's say we escape, but we intentionally leave behind the papers with our orders. So the influence role would be me making the fake orders and making them look authentic.
All right. So, yeah, but you're going to make an escape as your move. So this flashback will be the fake orders.
Okay, the flashback is the fake orders.
And that's going to cost you 1 edge.
That's fine. Who do we want to pin it on?
I'm looking at the list here. It's on the just pulling something crazy is Ass Technology is just a goofy.
Yep.
It's just a goofy name. It's a corporate asset. We don't really have anything with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it feels vaguely appropriative. So like screw them.
Yeah.
Right.
Aztec. Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
Aztec.
Yeah, they pretty much run what used to be Mexico. So
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, as long as they're not actually native owned, and we're establishing the fiction of this game, and they're not.
I mean,
horrible.
This is a horrible
Appropriated the
cyber
name.
dystopia. You think that people like native people are running Mexico? I doubt it. It's totally white people. Like colonizers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to share the screen for the roll that's coming up.
Okay. So there's the flashback, right?
Yeah.
What do I have to roll for the flashback? Brennan?
Yeah, you got to make a roll.
Okay. So I think the flashback is going back, and it's the three of us sitting around the table, and Mongoose says, "It is unlikely that we will get out of this without being recognized, without being found out. So I think the best course of action is to set up a scapegoat." And that's when Mongoose puts down the fake orders on the table.
Okay, cool.
And that's a 4.
All right, so there's going to be a complication.
That's okay. I mean, the complication is probably... So the complication only has to do with the papers and has nothing to do with us escaping?
I think,
No,
yeah.
that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because part of your plan was about putting the blame on someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to do the actual escaping, what do we got to roll?
So for
As
that,
I cringe.
that's going to be finesse.
Ugh.
I'll
I got
roll
Brendan,
it
if you
again.
don't want me to play this character, just say so.
Yeah.
0 finesse.
I've got 2.
I also have 0 finesse.
So this is a group action, so somebody's going to need to lead it.
I'll lead it if we can use my 2.
Please? Yeah.
All right. 2 coming up.
Was that your roll, Frank? The 2 and the 4?
No, that is Rebels.
6 and a 2.
6 and a 2. 6. Yeah.
I've rolled. This is my third 6 of the night.
That's awesome.
Hold on.
It's a
Sorry,
it's
the
a bones
2 and
day.
the 4. The 2 and the
Was
4
from a
is from my
previous roll.
last roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 is what we got. All right.
Yeah, we're just going to
Excited.
see how much edge that Jackie has to take thanks to your other incompetence. So,
Mhm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I also rolled a 2.
and a 6.
But
How many?
I'm
What do we
taking
roll?
the
Oh, we
lower
roll 2
'cause I don't
dice and
have
take the lowest. I
anything.
forgot. Thank you.
Oh, you don't have anything, so you have to take the lowest?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I am going to find the submit button. Sorry.
The 1.
Oh, come on, 1.
A 1, a 2, a 2, and a 6.
Yeah. So, 1, 2, and 6. Correct.
1, 2, and
Because
6.
Brennan, Alex actually had 2
Yep.
Yes.
dice, 2 legit dice to roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
1, 2, and a 6. So, Alex, Jackie's going to take 2 edge for that.
Sounds good.
How's your edge looking?
I have 4 edge.
Okay, not too bad.
That's not bad.
Nope.
But with the 6, you're able to release the secret roll down ladder that you had and escape.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yep. Jackie does that. Hits all of a sudden you see like a little switch on the ground. She steps on it, kicks it aside. The little ladder rolls down. We can get out of there.
Nice.
They are chasing you, but you hit the other switch at the bottom of the ladder and make it unlatch from the top, right?
Oh man. Was somebody on the ladder when that happened?
Definitely. So
Nice.
somebody's fallen with a heavy thud next to you. They're not getting up at the moment.
Ooh, unfortunate.
And the rest of them are basically taking the stairs to try and catch up with you. So now what you've got to do is get yourself out of Meat Junkie territory.
Okay. Alex has the best frozen screen ever.
Yes.
Getting out of Meat Junkies territory. So I feel like I need to do something to redeem us. And we're running out of time. But I don't think we want to do this for the next game. Maybe just a spore cloud to just make everyone like grossed out. I'm going to pray to I'm going to use Conjurer, but again, it's not a command.
Right.
And I'm going to attempt to cover our escape as we GTFO.
That seems legit.
All right, and let me clear the
So
dice and
let's
put
clear
my
the
2 in.
dice. Yeah. And you get 2 dice. Do you want to get any more?
What can I do for that?
Well, you're supposed to do it before you roll, but that's all right.
Oh, I didn't. My screen is so zoomed in that I can't even see what I rolled.
Okay.
Oh, there you're back. Alex is
Yeah,
back.
I
Hey.
have no idea what happened there.
That's all right. So you can either push yourself by taking 2 edge, or you can take a Dragon's Deal.
At the end of an episode, I don't want to take a Dragon's Deal. I'll
Right.
take the 2 edge.
Okay.
All right, and that's how many dice does that give me?
Give you an extra
one.
die. Yeah.
Okay. So
Just roll
is
one
there
more,
anything in there? Let me clear it. I don't know if there's anything in there.
So you're gonna roll 3.
All right. I don't
All
know
right.
what it is yet. Oh, what? It's a 4.
Right. So you're gonna succeed, but with a complication.
Yes. What's the complication?
In this case, I'm going to say the complication is that you, Polly, are identified. They know who you are.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
All right. We're going to have to be careful about how we run together because this could easily fall apart.
Much like your mushrooms.
Hey, that is accurate.
Right, because up until now, you probably would have gotten off scot-free. Without them knowing who had been infiltrating them. But somebody in their gang has recognized you, basically.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, at least somebody recognized me sounds good because I don't want to undermine Rebel's success with a complication. So there is some doubt of whether we really are as technology, and somebody in the gang knows I am definitely not.
Right.
Knows who I am. Okay, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, like Rebel's success is still a success.
Yeah.
Right.
The complication on that is that they're going to rat you out to as technology. So
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, you guys are racking up enemies. That's all I'm saying. So
that's good. That's how the game is played. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Absolutely.
So I'll say this. I know we're a little bit over, but I feel we are really we really are an albatross around each other's necks.
Mm-hmm.
When something goes right for one of us, it's just barely hanging on while the other two just wait around and drag us down. I guess that's intentional and good.
That's kind of how the group
if it wasn't for
actions
Jackie,
work.
we would fail, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. So download the podcast. We're back. I'm sorry. What was that, Brennan?
I was saying that'll be it for this week.
Yeah. We're all back.
Yes.
I hope you liked my Brooklyn instead of a French accent for today.
Yeah, it's good to switch it up every once in a while. Different varieties of white.
Different varieties of white.
But yeah, that's a lot of fun. I'm going to plug one thing. I should have asked if anybody else, if you have anything to plug, please use this opportunity to think of it. But on Thursday of this week, we're doing our last movie night where we watch scary movies in honor of October. And this movie is goddamn awful. So please join us. It is terrible.
What's the movie?
I can't reveal
you
it.
Cannot say.
I can't. It's that bad.
I'm so excited.
Man. It's so bad. Every one of these has been terrible. And this is the worst thing I've ever done.
All right.
I'm excited.
Exciting.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yay!